So I found out about SSAFA through a process of the courses at Tedworth House, which you go through when you're being discharged. And it was highlighted to me that there was a mentoring service, and I just thought, well, you know, I've got nothing else to lose. I've only got a short period of time to get things done. So I basically just registered my details and was sort of fingers crossed, and didn't expect to get a phone call. So, yeah.
I decided to become a mentor. I was aware of SSAFA and some of the work that they did, but mentoring was quite a new thing, and it was, from my own experiences within the police force when I came out, there was no help whatsoever. So that sort of resonated with me. If I can help somebody leaving a secure environment, coming into potentially, Nick been in a long time, coming to something that he wasn't comfortable with or wasn't sure about. I suppose it's just a natural human instinct, really, to help, a bit altruistic, but that was the main reason.
The main transitional issue that I had was accepting that this was inevitable. That this was going to happen to me, and I had no say over it. At the start of my discharge, you get taken into you have an interview with a doctor, and he basically says, you're going, that is it, it's out of your control, and you are basically along for the ride. So not knowing what that process was going to be, not knowing what the outcome was going to be, whether I was going to find employment quickly, whether I was going to be living at home for another few years, how was I going to find a house, how was I going to, all of these things that you put off until tomorrow and you don't think about. You've got to get your head round really quickly. When was it? It was 2011. I was medevaced from Afghan with acute stress and depression. And then I went straight into therapy for about 6 years, and I was discharged with complex PTSD, unipolar depression, anxiety and dissociative disorder.
We met good old Costa Coffee. I'll be honest, I was quite nervous to begin with, because thinking from Nick's perspective, somebody I didn't know, he stood up and asked for help. So yeah, there was a little bit of pressure on me, but the first meet, went okay.
As soon as we sat down and just got talking, it was everyone just kind of gelled really, from that point on, and just accepted it for what it was. We were just sitting down, having coffee, having a chat, and just sort of finding out and introducing ourselves. I would tell him all of my gripes over what had happened in my, relationships, and what had gone right, what had gone wrong, all the things that I was looking to do, and all this sort of stuff. And rather than James sitting there and trying to solve all of my problems, he enabled me to solve my own problems, which is key for a mentor.
I would say anybody who's even thinking about it is do it. It doesn't take a lot of your time. All it is really, for Nick and I, it was two blokes having a coffee once a week.